I'm your host, Eric Kadar.
And I'm Jordan Wexler.
Just kidding. Jordan is still traveling through Europe, living out the life of the main character from your aunt's favorite fictional midlife crisis book.
And Eric is at something called a job? I don't know what that is. I'm a young person in 2019.
All right, time for headlines.
A woman in Berrien County, Michigan used Snapchat as a way to plot the murder of her husband in hopes that her conversations would be untraceable. She may as well have just Googled, how to dissolve a body and can you buy a gun at Walgreens?
The Los Angeles courthouse's sculpture of Abe Lincoln depicts him as a shirtless young man with coiffed hair and suggestively loose pants. The piece was constructed in 1876, which explains why he looks like a 200-year-old immortal vampire from Twilight.
A man in Houston, in search of a place to smoke weed, came across an abandoned house but was baffled to discover a live tiger inside. The only thing more shocking than this would be waking up hungover and finding a tiger in your bathroom.
It seems like Black History Month is in fact the most abundant time for blackface, with instances from digging up politicians' past to fashion flops from Gucci and Katy Perry. Hopefully politicians, designers, and brands learn from each other and... Oh, Burberry just had an incident? Oh, well, at least it's not blackface.
Esquire, the magazine that's printed using testosterone instead of ink, released a cover story titled An American Boy about a young Chad who got into a tussle at school. I'm glad the real troubled voices of our generation are being heard.
A Republican lawmaker from West Virginia is experiencing backlash after not only implying that he would drown his kids if they were gay, but comparing the LGBTQ community to the KKK. I would roast him, but given the fact that he looks like an STD-ridden blobfish being exercised, I think God's done enough.
Last week at 4:20 p.m., Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez revealed her Green New Deal, an ambitious proposal to make America eco-friendlier by reducing carbon and coal emissions. I guess you could say she's the one millennial who wants us to stop blazing it.
It's still February, and so far there are 6 2020 female candidates. We only need 2 more before we could do the all-DC remake of Ocean's 8.
Menace Joint, a longtime stoner student favorite and a place in which someone I know once got kicked out for making out in a bathroom, has closed its doors after 16 years. Oh man, that's too bad. Where else will the inebriated youth of East Lansing go to for greasy, late-night food?
Wildlife experts fear that a chronic wasting disease that turns deer into zombies will soon spread to humans. Of all the things that could start the apocalypse, I did not think that Bambi would be one of them.
Earlier this week, Venezuelan doctors paraded through the streets demanding humanitarian aid from the Venezuelan government. Sorry guys, we would send help, but our doctors are busy tending to a mass outbreak of a completely preventable 11th century disease.
As of this week, hundreds of Southern Baptist church leaders have found themselves accused of sex crimes by everyday churchgoers. If only you guys hated sexual assault as much as you hate drinking and dancing.
A 13-year-old figure skater claims to be the youngest lady ever to land the challenging triple axel. The only thing left for her to learn is the deadly Iron Lotus from the iconic figure skating movie, Blades of Glory.
Ariana Grande has 3 songs in the top 3 spots of Billboard's singles chart, being the first artist to do so since the Beatles in 1964. Many musical purists may be irked that their gods were tied with a modern pop artist, but hey Jude, why don't we just come together and let it be? If you have a problem that our new musical god is a woman by the name of Ariana Grande, thank you next.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning into the Beaumont Bulletin. We were supposed to have a very special guest tonight, Bernie Sanders. However, he has failed to show up to the studio.
Hold your horses, I'm getting there. God, you children are so damn impatient.
Bernie, oh my goodness, you're actually here.
Huh? What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm just honored to be in the presence of such a revered politician.
Yes, I have volunteered for the beautician before.
I'm sorry?
Why am I here?
Well, Bernie, we at Beaumont heard that you were rerunning for president.
I haven't run for anything since the Walkman came out.
Okay. So, what policies are you thinking of implementing?
I personally think the neighbors next door are too damn loud.
Bernie, that's not a policy.
Nancy Pelosi? Is she still alive and kicking? Man, she was a dime back in my day, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Nancy is still alive, but I don't know how that relates to the topic at hand.
Afghanistan? You know, back in my day, our wars weren't so secretive and political. We killed each other with some respect.
So, Bernie, you've stated that one of your campaign missions is to establish free college for all?
Yes, that is one of my bigger goals. Free Kellogg's for all the youth is something I hope to achieve in the near future. No kid should go without cereal. It'd be a damn shame.
Bernie Sanders, are you sure that you're even capable of running for president? You're clearly delusional.
Delusional? You just speak for yourself. I'm not Bernie Sanders. I'm Ernie Flanders. Ugh, kids these days, so stupid.